Are you one of the billion people who choose to use ChatGPT regularly? If the answer is yes, then you might have to rethink that decision if you keep watching. Because in this video, we're going to reveal to you some very dark truths about ChatGPT that not a lot of people know about. After watching this entire video, you will have a better understanding of the problem that lies in ChatGPT collecting your private data and what some Western countries are doing to protect their citizens from this ever-growing issue. ChatGPT, the advanced AI language model developed by OpenAI, has taken the world by storm. Since its launch on the 30th of November 2022, ChatGPT crossed 1 million users in only 5 days, and then 100 million users by January of this year, setting a record for the fastest growing platform ever. This is due to the many capabilities it has, from understanding and generating human-like responses, to processing large amounts of data, to being able to remember previous conversations. It's literally transforming how we communicate and access information. Its potential, however, has caused many concerns among the general public. There has been a lot of talking, particularly within the European Union, surrounding ChatGPT's violation of users' privacy. ChatGPT privacy issues primarily arise from the gathering and utilization of personal data. As the AI chatbot is created to help with a variety of tasks and respond to queries, it also accumulates information from its interaction with users. The data may contain confidential business information, personal identifying details such as names and email addresses, or even more sensitive data that users might share during their interactions with the chatbot. This is because ChatGPT is underpinned by a large language model that requires massive amounts of data to function and improve. The more data the model is trained on, the better it gets at detecting patterns, anticipating what will come next, and generating plausible text. OpenAI fed ChatGPT with approximately 300 billion words systematically scraped from the internet, from books, articles, websites, and posts, including personal information obtained without consent. There is a high probability that ChatGPT has processed the content of your online article comments, product reviews, or blog posts. This was confirmed with a technical paper released by OpenAI on the 22nd of July 2022, when GPT-3 was released. Scooped up in this data is some of the personal information you share about yourself online. We're talking about data shared in social media and stuff like that as well. The issue at hand is that OpenAI did not obtain consent from individuals to use their data. This constitutes a privacy infringement, especially when the data in question is sensitive and can be employed to identify individuals, their family members, or their whereabouts. Even though they collected information from publicly accessible data, the principle of contextual integrity may still be violated, which is a core concept in legal discussions concerning privacy. This principle necessitates that personal information is not disclosed outside the context in which it was initially provided. OpenAI has not established any mechanisms for individuals to verify whether their personal information is retained by the company or to request its removal, even though the European General Data Protection Regulation guarantees this right. It remains debatable whether ChatGPT complies with GDPR stipulations. Added to that, the data utilized to train ChatGPT may be proprietary or subject to copyright restrictions. For example, try asking ChatGPT to write you some paragraphs from a Harry Potter book. It will actually give you content from the book, even though that content is considered copyrighted material. Another privacy risk involves the data provided to ChatGPT in the form of user prompts. When we ask the tool to answer questions or perform tasks, we may inadvertently hand over sensitive information and put it in the public domain. You see, for instance, an attorney may prompt the tool to review a draft divorce agreement, or a programmer may ask it to check a piece of code. The agreement and code, in addition to the outputted essays, are now part of ChatGPT's database. This means they can be used to further train the tool and can be included in responses to other people's prompts. This is just the tip of the iceberg of when it comes to OpenAI not prioritizing daily users' privacy data. as there are many flaws with ChatGPT surrounding this issue coming into light every week. What are the governments around the world doing about it? Well, here's the thing. Some experts believe ChatGPT is a tipping point for AI, a realization of technological development that can revolutionize the way we work, learn, write, and even think. Its potential benefits are enormous. However, we must remember that OpenAI is a private company whose interests and commercial imperatives do not necessarily align with greater societal needs. Therefore, there has been a movement in the EU region to protect the citizens from ChatGPT's privacy flaws. On the 31st of March 2023, Italy's Data Protection Authority issued a decision that OpenAI discontinue using the personal information from millions of citizens from Italy found within its training data. Although the ban was later repealed, the regulator argued that OpenAI did not possess the right to utilize individuals' data in ChatGPT legally. In response to this, and to the regulator's concerns, OpenAI temporarily suspended access to its chatbot for users in Italy, while addressing the issues raised by officials conducting further investigations. So, in a nutshell, this event marked the first Western country to ban ChatGPT from being used. Just like artists and media companies have complained that generative AI developers have used their work without permission, like we discussed in various other videos, the data regulator is now saying the same for people's personal information. Following Italy's announcement of its investigation, other countries in Europe may make similar decisions. In the days after the probe was announced, data regulators in France, Germany, and Ireland reached out to the Italian data regulator to request information on its findings. This wave reached other countries like Norway as well. Tobias Juden, the head of international section at Norway's Data Protection Authority, said, "If the business model has just been to scrape the internet for whatever you can find, then there might really be a significant issue here." He also raised the question that if a model is built on data that may be unlawfully collected, it raises questions about whether anyone can use the tools legally. The GDPR regulations in Europe safeguard the personal data of over 400 million individuals on the continent by governing how organizations collect, store, and utilize this information. This personal data can be anything from a person's name to their IP address. Italy's regulatory authority believes ChatGPT has 4 problems under GDPR. OpenAI doesn't have any age controls to stop people under the age of 13 from using the text generation system. It can provide information about people that isn't accurate, and people haven't been told that their data has been collected. Perhaps most importantly, its 4th argument claims that there is no legal basis for collecting people's personal information in the massive swells of data used to train ChatGPT. Even law experts like Lillian Edwards, a professor of law, innovation, and society at Newcastle University in the UK, said the Italians have called their bluff. It did seem pretty evident in the EU that this was a breach of data protection law. While OpenAI's privacy policy does not explicitly state the legal grounds for utilizing personal information as part of its training data, it does note that the company relies on legitimate interests when creating and improving its services. So it seems like the future of ChatGPT in Europe remains ambiguous due to heightened regulatory intention and growing apprehension about ChatGPT's privacy, data, and security. The Data Protection Commissioner of Germany has recognized the possibility of imposing restrictions on ChatGPT access, similar to Italy, citing concerns related to data security. However, jurisdictional complexities within Germany could make the decision-making process more intricate. On the other hand, Sweden's privacy regulator has stated that they have no plans to ban ChatGPT and are not in contact with the Italian authority. With ongoing investigations and persistent data privacy worries, the future of ChatGPT is uncertain, at least in Europe. Italy is the sole Western nation to have officially prohibited this AI tool from being used inside its walls. Other countries like North Korea, Iran, China, Cuba, and Syria have already banned ChatGPT for obvious reasons other than privacy concerns. But that's a topic for another day. Amidst all of these concerns, OpenAI recently made a significant announcement on April the 25th to resolve this privacy issue. OpenAI is introducing an incognito mode for ChatGPT. This feature ensures that no user conversation history will be stored or exploited to enhance the artificial intelligence system. They tried to make this a straightforward process. If you now go to ChatGPT, you can go to the Settings tab on the bottom left, click on Data Control, and then uncheck the boxes where it says Chat History and Training. To further reinforce privacy measures, OpenAI is introducing a subscription called ChatGPT Business. This subscription empowers users with amplified control over their data, providing them with a newfound level of authority and influence. 3 days after this new update, Italy actually unbanned ChatGPT from its territory. After the Italian Data Protection Authority raised concerns in March, OpenAI stated that it has taken steps to resolve or clarify the issues at hand. Apparently, OpenAI was given a 20-day period to tackle these concerns, and regulatory authorities indicated in mid-April that ChatGPT could be reinstated if the necessary actions were taken by April the 30th. According to The Verge, OpenAI stated that a new tool will verify users' age upon sign-up in Italy as well, and it published a Help Center article that outlines how OpenAI and ChatGPT collect personal information, including information about contacting its GDPR-mandated data protection officer. However, these developments shouldn't take away the legitimate concerns about ChatGPT privacy. After all, none of these changes seem to drastically modify how ChatGPT operates in Italy. OpenAI is poised to encounter a series of forthcoming obstacles without a doubt. The practices of this tech giant have prompted Spain, Canada, and other nations to commence or contemplate launching thorough investigations into its privacy policies. The focal points of these inquiries encompass OpenAI's methods of acquiring training data for its expansive language model, as well as the nature of information generated by the said model for its users. European legislators are diligently advancing the AI Act, a legislative proposal that may introduce additional obligations for companies like OpenAI. This development could potentially entail substantial revelations and disclosures of new information. The situation remains complex due to jurisdictional issues and the rapidly evolving nature of artificial intelligence, with AI companies prioritizing profit over safety. It's no wonder that tech leaders like Elon Musk called for a 6-month pause on AI development. It's really unclear what the future holds. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.